Pitch to Pro is the official podcast of Ozark United FC. This will be our platform to tell our story about the club and the special place that we call home, Northwest Arkansas. This is a journey. We want to bring you along for the ride. We'll share what's going on behind the curtain, help educate the community at large about soccer, our league, and give updates on the progress of the club along the way. Together, we'll explore and unpack our journey to professional soccer, the magic that is NWA, our community, and talk all things soccer from on the pitch to behind the scenes, telling the story of our club. Pitch to Pro podcast is proudly sponsored by podcastvideos.com. Podcastvideos.com is Northwest Arkansas's premier podcast recording studio. Equipped with industry-leading equipment, the recording studio and services save you time, money, and hassle. They are dedicated to helping you create, record, and publish high-quality podcasts for your audience. Be sure to check them out today at podcastvideos.com.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Pitch to Pro podcast. I'm your host, Wes Harris, Managing Director for Ozark United FC, Northwest Arkansas's professional soccer club, playing in the United Soccer League. I'm really excited for this discussion today, guys. Joining me, I've got Mr. Zach Taylor, Mom Beth, and Dad Joel, all the way here from Memphis, Tennessee, but playing for our Ozark United FC Academy. Zach, Mom, and Dad, welcome to NWA for the weekend, and thank you guys for joining me.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Awesome. Well, Zach and Mom and Dad, let's let everybody get to know you first before we get into, Mr. Zach and his playing and, OZFC Academy experience and all that. I want everybody to just get to know you guys a little bit. So who are you? Where are you guys from? And kind of how did you find your way here?
Well, basically, I grew up playing soccer. It was always, every single day. It was soccer, and everything. And, that's how, I've always, dreamt of being MLS NEXT, the top division. So that's just, been my life. I have a little joke that I have. I don't try and go find a bunch of friends. My friends is the ball. My friend is that little wall that I'll just ping against, bang, 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 just pass against all the time.
A wall is a soccer player's best friend. I try to tell people all the time.
Ask her. She used to get mad at me because I would tear apart her drywall.
Yeah. Well, as long as Dad can fix it.
We got a holy house.
Yeah, that's okay.
I'm an accountant, so worked for the power company for almost 20 years now, and try to support him as much as possible. So years and years ago, I used to play soccer, and so I was the crazy goalkeeper, and yes, I used to ping the wall off my garage floor. Dad went through multiple boards. So, sports was always a thing for me. I made friends through it and got to go all kinds of different places. And, that was me and my parents' best time. So just trying to give him a good experience with sports. So, and take him different places and have a good, experience as a kid that I did.
Yeah. No, that's great. What about you, Dad?
I'm a airline pilot for a cargo company.
Okay.
And been there 8 years, but I've been flying for all my life, but 30 plus as a certificated pilot, which helps with this. But my main job is the Taylor Transportation Coordinator. My soccer experience is absolutely zero, but I know how to set up a VO or find a field.
Yeah.
And I'm happy on the day that I can figure out what an offside position is.
I like that. Yeah. Important with the goalie and figuring out if the goal stands or not. But that's great. I mean, and you guys are from Memphis, right? If I'm not correct.
Just south.
Mistaken. Just south. Okay.
Olive Branch, Mississippi.
Olive Branch, Mississippi. Okay. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Total sidebar. I used to work for, a client of mine had a manufacturing plant right outside of, it was like an hour and a half south of Memphis in Mississippi. And I'll remember the name after we get done recording and tell you guys later, but for the life of me, I can't remember the name of the manufacturing plant, but I know the area is what I'm saying. But you guys play for Ozark United FC on the U15s, but you live in Memphis. So let's talk about that commute.
5-hour drive when we make it. So, but luckily We've been a partner in a Bonanza airplane for going on about 10 years now.
Okay.
So it's about a little over an hour flight that we fly in to Bentonville, and they've been great with us. We can usually use one of the cars that they have. Like the other day, we flew in. They have the car for us. Jump out of the airplane, take them straight to practice for an hour and a half to 2 hours, and fly home that night.
Just for listeners, jumping out of the airplane when it's on the ground. I have done that a couple times, but when it's in the air, but on the ground for you guys.
That's one of the big questions I'm always asked. Have you ever been in a parachute? I'm like, yeah, no. Pilots in a parachute.
That's a bad day.
That's a bad day.
That's a bad day. That's a bad day. Well, I mean, that's, fortunate to have a nice pilot in the family and dad, and be able to cut that commute in, almost a fifth.
Well, it helps definitely with the educational piece, or it's minor disruptions to where maybe we pull in an hour, before, during study hall time for that last period, and we'll have him home by 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
So he can go to bed and do it all again the next day. It's a grind, but it's worth it, and it's helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then like sometimes on like the commutes and everything, I'll just be like, sometimes I'm like trying to watch film or anything, but don't really get much cell service up there, sadly.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's also a time where you can, I don't even know what homework looks like these days, but if it doesn't require internet, at least some reading maybe, or something like that, you can get that done on the commute.
I'm definitely the passenger princess. I sit in the back and usually sleep and chill.
Yeah. No, that's great. That's great.
Sometimes I get a power nap because I know I got training that night. I'm like,
yeah,
I just want to get some rest and be ready.
Yeah. Okay. So how did you guys find Ozark United?
Coach Kevin Teo.
Mr. Coach.
We met Kevin over 4 years ago.
4 years ago through I was 10.
Yeah.
I was 10 years old, and it was basically this training company. My friend, his parents actually told them about this. It was called Magis.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, they would do one-on-one sessions. It was like the best training you can get. And we went up to them, and we were going to do it. We told them, would y'all be able to get a keeper coach soon?
Mm-hmm.
And they said they'd work on it. And I think it was about like 2 months later, 2 or 3 months later, after we asked that, they said, hey, we got a keeper coach. His name's Kevin Teo. He's the goalkeeper coach at Memphis. And during that time, I worked with him about 2 years associated with Magis. But then he got the assistant coach job at Memphis, and he said he couldn't coach at Magis anymore. And I was like really destroyed about that. And then he told me we can probably still get some sessions in while I'm at the campus in Memphis.
Mm-hmm.
During the off season, we can work one-on-one still. I did that for about 30 more years.
Mm-hmm.
2 to 3.
2 or 3, yeah.
Yeah.
And then like when we heard about him going to Ozark, I was destroyed.
Yeah.
Because I would never have a coach that made me succeed like that again.
Yeah.
Because he taught me absolutely everything.
Yeah.
Every single thing of my technique, distribution, power, strength, everything.
Yeah.
And he suggested Ozark at that time for me to come with him.
Yeah.
But at that time, we weren't really in the position or able to. So I had to stay back home while he was up there.
Yeah.
And then about
2 months ago, it's been worldwide.
2 months ago, he gave us a call and said, hey, we think you'd be a great fit with our team.
Mm-hmm.
Come try out. We'll come take a look at you.
Yeah.
And first session, I fell in love with the
Jumped
team.
in the airplane again.
Yeah. Jumped out of the airplane onto the field.
Jumped in the airplane, jumped out of the airplane, went to the first training session.
Yeah.
Right when I stepped on that field, I fell in love with the team. I did not want to go back home.
Yeah.
I loved every single one of my teammates because the trainings were amazing, the coaching amazing. I was like, this is my home that I've been longing for so long.
Yeah.
And when Coach Thomas pulled me off to the side, it was after the session, and he said he would take me on the team. When we got in the car, I screamed my head off. I was so excited
Oh, that's awesome.
that I got on the team.
That's awesome.
Because I was like, finally.
Yeah.
my people, my family.
Yeah.
I can go to them, I can play with them. And it's just always like every single day, it's been like more strength to me.
Yeah.
Power. I've been like waking up, I'm like, I got to do these for these guys.
Yeah.
These guys they took me in on the first session. Like,
Yeah.
that's why I say about Bentonville,
Yeah.
the city that gave me a chance.
Yeah. That's awesome. Well, that's great. I mean, Mom, Dad, talk about what that meant for you guys to kind of get that call and then see the experience with the team and the setup and just have that experience of coming and being able to watch him kind of assimilate and find a home.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's he's been wanting to play MLS NEXT for a while. We've had the opportunity to play ECNL, ECRL, and he's done great with it, with the teams back home. But all these different alphabet soup things, they're all trying to push you to different organizations. And MLS NEXT seems to be a good opportunity to be seen. So we're trying to, okay, let's try this opportunity. Let's see where we can be seen with it. Because like he said, he wants to go play. He wants to go pro. He wants to go play at a D1 or a D2. He's trying his best. He works out.
I haven't had a single off day in about like
all summer long we were doing practices, going here, going there. So it's what he wants to do. So as a parent, he's our only kid.
Yeah.
We're going to try.
Yeah.
As far as, what would impress me a lot, I enjoyed the enthusiasm and the coaching in the first session when he came to try out the enthusiasm and the coaching, and on the part of the player, they were serious yet having fun.
Yes.
And it was one of those things to where, okay, because we've been on teams where there's been fun, no serious. Never really had a team that was all serious and no fun, but this one seemed like, okay, they're not. It's not so overbearing that they're still not having a good time, but they are playing at a very high level and being held to a high standard. And I think that was the other thing really impressed me is I'm an analytical guy. I'm a 25-year military guy, retired, and the structure, digging it. I love it. When you show up from an away game and you've got an itinerary to where even the warm-ups is not just warm-ups. It's warm-ups consisting of X, Y, Z, and the whole breakdown. And I was really impressed with, we had Houston, the Friday, Saturday, Sunday. The Saturday cancels for weather, and traditionally, I'm talking about, all right, we'll get with some of the parents and figure out something to do. Nope, the new schedule pops out on Saturdays, even though we're not, obligated to a game. The coach has already put out a new itinerary. The kids are accounted for, and so it's very regimental D1 soccer and I like that. I like the structure.
Yes, it's because like if I do go to like a D1 school or professional team, I've already like experienced it. It's exactly like that.
It's just the team building is very nice. That he's the coaching and stuff, and they try to get the boys together to work together. No matter if it's having game night in the conference room at the hotel, playing dodgeball at a bounce place. It's they try to, and honestly, that team environment makes them play better because they got their back on the field.
Yeah. You have to have some level of that to be able to gel together on a field, right? You can't just show up. They're not robots. They can't just show up and perform and expect that to happen. So
they're still kids.
They are. They are. Absolutely.
And that's one thing we figured out is that sometimes they show up at a soccer field and they know how to kick a soccer ball, and sometimes they show up and they're like, what type of kid do we have today? It's all these different hormones and stuff they got going when they're 14, 15 years old.
It's so true. We talked a little bit about it, but you guys have obviously stuck with it at least for a few months. So, why, I guess you talked about it a little bit, but why was it, I want to hear from like Mom and Dad, why was it so important for you guys? And I'll come back to you too on finding, Memphis has got a good soccer scene. right? Why was it important for you guys to explore this? And, that's a big commitment to make, to come up here and play for OZFC while still living in Memphis. Why is that? Like, how did you guys, I guess, come to that decision as a family?
Well, a lot of trust in Kevin, for sure. I mean, he's not steered us the wrong way. I mean, one of the other benefits of having him as a one-on-one coach is, anytime he got a camp invite, anytime anything like that, he could run it through a D1 soccer, NCAA D1 soccer coach who does their recruiting, and he could do, well, yeah, that's a money grabber, or this one, that's a good one. I know these guys, that's a good one.
Right.
So we really trust his judgment. And the name MLS Next, that's kind of a big ticket item too, because we're kind of a geographic anomaly in Memphis to where we have MLS Next. It's 4.5 hours this way. It's 5 hours this way. It's 4.5 hours this way. It's 6 hours this way. So in any case, we're going for plus hours of the drive. And, like Beth said, that there is some alphabet soup, but when you're talking to a lot of college recruiters and you're hearing, well, yeah, we go to ECNL events, but if there's an ECNL event and it overlaps with an MLS Next Fest or Cup, we're not going there. We're going over to MLS Next. So that's where the name became important. But Ozark specifically, we trusted, Kevin's judgment. And honestly, I started looking at the organization, and, there's not any other organizations I've seen that have this much infrastructure already, and then hopefully the future is really, really bright as well.
I'm working on
it. that and just coming in on the ground floor of it was kind of cool too. It was a thought. I mean, that was the more chancy part, to where it's okay. We're taking a chance here, but there's not much loss that happens if we go here. And it's just been really, really enjoying in the area. Love the area. I mean, MLS Next in Bentonville, Arkansas, MLS Next Hattiesburg, Mississippi.
Yeah.
Bentonville has, a little bit more to offer, I think.
Yeah.
As far as an area is concerned, I as a kid, we did our vacations and the Ozarks at, Buffalo, and stuff like that. So I'm familiar with the area. So that one too.
Gotcha.
I mean, just honestly, just trying to help him. I mean, with ECNL and ECRL, that's mainly what's in the Memphis area. We even did the E64 stuff. So, let him experience all of it as much as we can. So when this opportunity came up, because you see MLS stuff on TV all the time, and let's see where it goes. I mean, now there's a lot of USL stuff popping up everywhere. So
you guys had it in your backyard.
We did.
RIP.
Well, it's coming back apparently.
That made USL 2 team.
Okay, yeah. USL 2, there you go.
Yeah, so we're just kind of seeing where it goes.
Yeah.
And kind of like I told you before, is that, when it's not fun anymore, it's time to quit. So, let him enjoy it as long as he wants to, and when he gets tired of it, or see where it leads us. So just enjoy being a kid as long as you can.
Yeah. What about you, Zach? Why was it important for you to explore outside of what you had on offer for you in Memphis?
Basically, from what people told me in that area, is like, you can be ECNL, you can be ECRL, but like I had one coach tell me, Division I schools, if you want to go straight to D1, you have to be MLS Next, because it's so heavily recruited by Division I schools. Like, there's something Kevin told me. D2 and D3 schools, they go to ECNL events. They go to the ECRL events. D1 schools, they go to the Fest, they go to the Cup, they go to Flex, they go to GA Cup. That's all that, that's why I was like, I'm going to have to explore outside of it. Because no matter what, if I want to get to the highest level, highest potential I can have, I'm going to have to go somewhere else. Because I knew with the work I put in, with all the work that I did, I knew that it would pay off.
Yeah.
Definitely. Basically, I saw the clubs that were in our area, and we're like, we had to decide.
Yeah.
Because like there was actually a little while ago, we were figuring out every single tryout date for all MLS NEXT teams in the area. There's that time, and then Kevin shoots us that text. I'm going nuts in the backyard.
It literally was. You know, we're trying to map out our future, and as we're trying to, you know, look at these, you know, okay, Huntsville has their tryout dates at this, but I don't know if they're doing a U14 team tryout right now or blah, 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 blah. And then, you know, I get a text.
Yeah.
Hey, what age group is that? You know, it's from Kip. And then, you know, and that's another thing is it's kind of, I don't know, you know, one of those things where do you pass up on something as you're thinking about it, and then all of a sudden, you know, dynamically it just shows up. So
Right.
that's something that's like, maybe we're being pointed towards a direction.
Yeah.
And let's take it for the ride and see.
And then, like, we trust Kevin. No matter what. To be honest, I would go into a burning building for him.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Huh.
Because basically every single camp he's told me to go to, I went. It was great. Every single one.
Yeah.
And every single thing he's told me to do, every single thing he told me to work on, every single thing.
Yeah.
It's just, once I get all that, I'm like, I could trust him.
Build the trust over time. And yeah. Well, that's good to hear. I mean,
One thing he does, coaches, he's always taking it to heart. So.
No, I mean, coaches are some of the most, and can be some of the most influential adults in children's lives. Whether that's sports or teachers, I coach, and I take that role very seriously because I know what type of environment and a coach that I would want for my kids. It's good to hear from folks that even knew him well before we did, just about it. Just, we know we have a good one in Coach Teo, but it's good to hear, you know, that was long before he ever got here, which of course we knew, but it's fun to hear.
Coaching is important because mom and dad can say the exact same thing the coach says, and we are absolutely wrong. But if the coach says,
yeah,
then we're right. So
I know at some point I'm going to need to stop coaching my kids' teams because I am coach and dad. And so dad is saying it and coach is saying it. And so that, like, at some point I'm going to need to hop off and just, no, your coach said it. See?
I'm going to go with 10 plus, pretty much. 8 to 10 and on up, we know nothing until probably about 30.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. No, that's great. So what has the experience been like for you playing in the league? Do you notice a difference?
Definitely, 100%.
In who you're playing, how you're playing with the team, the coaching, either on our staff or others, mom, dad experiences like from other leagues? And those other leagues, by the way, I want to be really clear because there's some great leagues in this. You know, this is not the only path by any means. I think that it's important to call that out too, because everybody's journey is different, and what works for, you know, Zach and you guys may not work for other folks, but it certainly is becoming more talked about and things that we're hearing, and we felt like that was the right platform to bring into the area. But I just wanted to level set that piece of it. But I want to hear from you guys on like experience, and you guys have experienced both, right? And we, you know, I personally haven't. So I would love to hear some of the differences, kind of what you're seeing out there, feeling, playing.
Basically, I like to describe it by this because my first game, Louisiana Elite, I get there and I'm still like in shell shock because I'm like, am I really doing this? Am I really playing at this level with these type of guys? And then like first kicking the ball, I'm like, they can do that?
Yeah.
And because like the level is just so high.
Yeah.
And like the passing, the dribbling, the shots, everything. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
And then I get on to close out the game and I'm like, this is like the style. This is the style I want to play all the time. Because it's so fast, involves the keeper a lot with his feet.
Good.
And I love just distributing the ball at the pack. And like, I have guys checking in and out every single time. I don't have to like tell them to. They're just doing it no matter what.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
These guys truly are some of the best of the best.
Yeah. Well, it's good to have everybody kind of bought into the system, and you know, when you get to that certain level, I mean, it's second. I mean, you guys have been, how long have you been playing?
I've been playing since I was like 5.
You know, and that's a lot of these guys, right? Maybe not 5, but 7, 8, you know? Right. And so at this point, especially when you start getting to this level, a lot of that stuff is just understanding the system from the coach and how they want to play. And then it becomes not automatic, but gets close to it.
Well, especially like at this age, so teenagers are starting to choose different sports. They're starting to choose, you know, maybe girls, stuff, you know, want to stay home, want to date, stuff like that. So every level has a different commitment based on parents, income, stuff like that. And everything is, you know, sometimes maybe your kid is on this one team and, well, you can kind of tell the kids that are like, okay, yeah, I think I'm going to play school sports and home and enjoy it. I mean, because playing school sports, you know, it's great walking down the hall with that leather jacket, all that stuff. But sometimes, you know, when you're playing the competitive and you're going out and stuff like that, you can, he likes that. He wants the competitive and traveling and seeing the different parts of the United States and stuff. So he likes it. So, and we're just trying to really help him. I mean, competition level, sometimes we show up and, you know, it doesn't matter what alphabet they are. I mean, some teams are just really, really good.
Really, really good.
And then some teams, you know, like, we're going to, you know, no matter what team we're on, we're gonna win. Yeah. So it's all about, you know, where we're going and stuff like that. So it's nice to see all the different levels and so, but just giving the opportunity to your kid on the level they want to play.
For me, I think a lot of it is, I mean, I know we get wrapped up in the alphabet soup, but if you look at MLS NEXT, eventually the price tag goes up to where there's more buy-in by the parents. So, you know, when we talk about the seriousness of the kids, which they're kids, to show up on time and to play, well, that goes up a few notches. And, you know, it's a whole lot adage, you know, you play with my money, you play with my emotions. When you're on some teams and the parents aren't holding a standard and the kid just kind of shows up and then they disrupt training or something like that. I feel like I'm like, wait a minute, you're kind of picking my pocket a little bit here. You know, this guy is really, he wants to come have fun, but he wants to come and play hard and have a good training session. We're sacrificing, you know, money and time for this to happen. And when you don't have a good session, you feel, I mean, come on. Yeah. So I think the level of buy-in, I mean, the parents are serious on the sideline to where there's, you know, there's not a lot of chatter across the board. I mean, even the officiating, it seemed, I mean, we've played our first game, the crew, the ref crew was miking up. Yeah. Really? All right. So it's not been that way every game, but I was very impressive for that one. So yeah, I think you can tell the level at least is dictating the amount of buy-in for the parents. Yeah. And that translates all the way down to the kid.
I think that's a really important factor too, is kind of club culture. And that also doesn't necessarily that is very true no matter what alphabet soup you play in, is do you feel like you're in the spot for you?
And like when I got to the first training session in Coach Thomas, I fell in love with his style of coaching. I loved how he did things because he has all these crazy sayings that I love. Yeah. He has KOBK, which is all the time, which is kill or be killed. Okay. And then like practice during Houston, he says kill or be killed in practice because he has to say KOBK games. Yeah. And then like our themes for Houston, we had defend like Vikings. Yeah. Burn the boats. Yeah. all these sayings, and then like all of us keep saying them all the time during the games, and that's how I just fell in love with it.
Yeah, I was watching one of you guys' games at Hebron a couple weeks ago, and you guys scored, and at the kickoff he was screaming "Fortress."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which I know what he's trying to say, but I don't know if people know this. Most goals in soccer are scored within 2 minutes of a stoppage of play. So whether that's a free kick, a goal being scored, it could be the same team scoring again, but a lot of times it's the other way, and either even things out or pulling one back or whatever it is. So I know why he's saying it right after you guys scored. Like, fortress, we're a fortress. We can't let up.
Yep, and that's what we did during our first Dallas Hornets game. It was against Dallas Hornets East.
Mm-hmm.
And our call-up was Fortress on B, Fortress on 3 before the game started, because we wanted a complete clean sheet that game.
Yeah.
Because that's what he challenged us to do, because we always have like challenges before games.
Yeah.
Like our challenge for that first game was 3 goals in 10 minutes and 6 and 20, I think.
Wow. That's
Yeah, he has different challenges for the boys each game. Like, we're going to do this much.
That's pretty
this many
cool.
Passes, so, and
gives them something to focus on.
right. So, you know, and he's a really good coach. We're really getting to know him and stuff like that. So,
Yeah.
because every coach is
Thomas is great.
different.
All the coaching staff are great. Thomas is great. We're very, very fortunate to have the coaching staff that we do across the board. We hear it from parents. We hear it from other coaches. And we're very fortunate to be able to put the type of program that we have right from the get-go. And I'd be very remiss not to mention sporting and everything that they do on the admin side and making sure that things run smoothly. So big shout out to them and Scott and Jen and Kevin for overseeing the program.
Because coaches can definitely make or break.
Oh my God.
It, you know, their future, where they want to play, where they want to go.
Well,
just like their attitude off the field too.
He had the opportunity. We came up for fall break for training and wound up guest playing with Sporting for one of their tournaments. So we actually got to enjoy the experience with just Sporting as well.
The funny part was basically that Sunday we came in, and then Kevin shot us a text that night. It was like, are you free tomorrow?
Yeah.
Are you playing in the tournament tomorrow?
Yeah.
He's like, you come play for the U16s. We're playing in the U17 division. And I'm like, I can do that for you, coach. I come in, play that morning. We win. He was like 4-0.
Yeah.
I sprint over for the final 2 minutes of the U15 game.
Yeah.
They stick me in, and I make like a really pretty good save.
Yeah.
And all of us are laughing. They're like, how did you get in for 2 minutes?
He originally just wanted to see how the game was going, and the coach said, "Hey,
Get your cleats on.
Get your cleats on. Oh, that's too funny. That's it. No, you're going in. That's too funny.
Okay, coach.
Okay.
And the funny part was, at the end of the day, we won with the U16s and the U15s. We won.
Oh, that's great.
it's a lot of fun."
That's good. I mean, I'm super happy to hear about, the experience from, parents' perspective as well. Obviously for you, and I'm glad, especially with the type of commitment that you guys have made. So just thank you for believing in Coach Kevin. And, it's amazing to see. I hope you know how lucky you are to have parents that are willing to make that type of sacrifice and commitment. I'm sure he does, but from somebody not mom and dad, right, that say things, that's pretty darn special. So, kudos to you, mom and dad. I was the oldest of 4, and for one season, my dad drove me 2 hours one way to train up in, it was just south of Philadelphia. I grew up in Maryland, for a club. And it just got to the point where it was like, I'm missing too much at home with the other kids, and mom can't handle, and nobody else lives by us. We can't carpool. So I ended up being just fine and found another really good opportunity. But, everybody's situation is different, and you're very fortunate to have such supportive parents that are just like, hey, let's support them however we can and figure it out. So that's awesome. Well, Zach, what is your best case scenario? What's your dream, man? Are you, I want to go to college and get an education, play. I want to go all the way to pro. I want to play Champions League. Like, what are we doing?
I've always wanted to go pro. Like,
Yeah.
I always like workout scenarios in my mind, like in my head. I thought to myself when Ozark was planning on having a club, I was like, I could get signed.
Yeah.
So I wanted to like maybe stick around and then maybe get signed.
Yeah.
And then start playing USL 2, maybe get scouted by MLS.
Yeah.
And I wanted to always play for the U.S. youth national team.
Yeah.
And like my overall biggest dream, I wanted to go to Germany. Play for, like Wolfsburg, Dortmund,
Yeah.
all the big German clubs, because you used to fly the National Guard to Germany. I've always just had this.
I was going to say, where's the German connection?
Grandmother's maiden name was Koff, so.
Okay. Okay.
Turbine.
Gotcha.
So, and then like, I've always wanted to like make a start on the national team. It's just always been like, I'm always looking to the best. I've always wanted to be the best, because like,
He's a dreamer.
the reason like I told myself was basically, if your dreams don't scare you, they're not good enough.
Yeah.
They're not going to make you work hard enough. Because if you really, really want it, you dream that big, you'll work and you'll work and you'll work till you get it.
Yeah. I was going to say, it's one thing to be a dreamer. It's another to be a dreamer and a worker. And it sounds like you're the one that puts the work in. So just keep doing that and head down and surround yourself with good people and you'll be in a good place.
Yep. It's all over.
Awesome. Well, guys, thank you. I will let you get to, I guess, the pre-match for the game here. So I won't keep you too much longer. But I just want to really say thank you guys so much for believing in the club and Coach Kevin, and at least coming to explore the opportunity and then leaning in and seeing what it was about. And it sounds like we found a nice mutual fit here. So just congrats on everything so far, Mr. Taylor there, and keep working. And Mom and Dad, keep doing what you're doing. You guys are awesome. I appreciate it.
Well, thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Awesome. Well, that's it for this episode of Pitch to Pro. We hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to catch all of our episodes on pitchtopro.com or look for Pitch to Pro on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, wherever you get your podcasts for more content. Until next time, cheers, Northwest Arkansas.
Thanks for joining us on this episode of the Pitch to Pro podcast. Be sure to tune in again in 2 weeks for the next installment. And check out the Stoppage Time series for a recap of today's episode. Be sure to find us at Pitch to Pro on YouTube, Instagram, and everywhere you get your podcasts. Until next time, Northwest Arkansas, cheers.